Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 18th episode of the Simply Mental podcast. Today we are here with Briana. And let's just start off. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? So, can you tell me your name, your title, and a fun fact about yourself?
My name is Briana Wong. I'm the current National American Miss New York Junior Teen. And a fun fact about myself. I'm actually trilingual. So I grew up speaking Cantonese and English, and then in middle school I picked up Spanish. 6 years later, now I'm on my way to receiving my seal of biliteracy in high school.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's crazy. I learned, so when I was in middle school, I took French.
Ooh,
Yes. I'm not all that good at it, but I definitely want to get back into that. So that's really awesome.
thank
That's so
you.
cool.
I hear
Yeah.
French is hard.
Yes, it is hard.
Mhm.
Very hard. So that is part of why I am like, but I
Yeah, I
do
get
definitely
it.
because it's just something to keep me busy, you know,
Mhm.
because I like to be busy. My next question for you is, do you have a platform? And if so, what is it and what is your goal?
I do have a platform. It's called Sisters in Service, and basically, our main goal is to combine this aspect of creating a strong sisterhood with community service. So, basically, we do community service with this group of girls I have in Long Island, and we teach other girls that giving back can be fun, it can be inclusive, and it's also a great way to make new friends and meet new people.
I love that. Yes, that's amazing. So I have a follow-up question with that. What kinds of things have you done to give back to the community with your
So
platform?
we've been doing a lot of various activities. Two of my favorites would have to be reading to kindergarten students. We actually went back to the elementary school that a lot of the girls in our group went to, and we were able to read a book to all the kindergarten classes. And also, we recently did a homecoming dress drive. So I don't know if you're familiar with the organization. It's in the Metro New York area, but they specialize in giving back free prom dresses, free homecoming dresses for different girls in high school. So we just collected a bunch of those, donated them, and we were able to give girls access to different dresses for their dances.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. That's incredible. That's so exciting.
Yes, it was.
So, how has pageantry impacted your personal mental wellness?
I would say it honestly really helped me just how do I put this in words? I would say like it's really just helped me overall because going through middle school, I always, it was time of COVID, everyone was on social media so much, and I always felt like there's this social structure that I had to fit into. I didn't see influencers that looked like me, or say I didn't have things that other people had, and that kind of took a toll on my own mental health. But getting into pageantry, I'm sure you know it too. It's really important to be able to stand out on stage, present yourself in an interview, so I really just took advantage of all those different things, whether that was my culture, being trilingual, being first gen. I was able to take those things and really embrace them and learn to love them about myself.
Oh, that's so inspiring. I love that. And I know for me, so I'm in 10th grade, and when I was in middle school, it was also the start of like COVID. It was really, really hard.
Nice.
And really getting along with people because there were like cliques and I didn't always fit into those cliques. I was kind of different from the other people, and it was really hard for me. But I know that pageantry has helped me a lot with that, and I'm so glad that we have like a
Oh,
similar.
I love that. And
Yes.
high school's so much better, I just want to say. But
Yeah,
right now,
that's
yeah. Hmm.
absolutely. Because middle school is so hard, especially because when you're in middle school, you're kind of it's like new because you just go from like elementary school where everything is so I want to say I don't want to say like easy because it's not
Yeah,
easy for everybody, but it's definitely middle school is definitely way harder, and it's just like adjusting to that while also going through like physical and mental changes and maturing. It's a lot.
I definitely agree. And I'm kind of glad we went through the same thing. We're able to connect on that level. So,
Yes, I know. That's so cool. I mean, yeah, and
yeah.
that aspect, not
Yes,
that
yes.
people struggled in middle school, but
Yes.
oh, this is a fun question. So, what is your favorite part of pageantry and the pageant community?
Ooh, like my favorite area of competition or just like involving pageantry in general?
It can be anything.
I would say, oh, this is so hard. Either, okay, I would say two things. So, for an area of competition interview, and this is really funny because I actually used to hate interview. I thought it was so stressful going into a room of people you've never met and being able to talk about yourself for like 10 straight minutes. I thought it was a really overwhelming, but over time, especially through a lot more coaching and just learning more about myself in general, I was able to find these facts that I could talk about, things that I'm passionate about, whether that was my platform or talking about embracing your culture. I feel like going in an interview I became a lot more confident because I found things that I actually loved and I was able to talk about. Secondly, I would say just the sisterhood that pageantry has given me, especially going into NAM. I've met so many of my sister queens, whether that was at nationals or doing community service with my state queens. They've all been so sweet, and it's just given me a new outlet of way to meet new people, make new friends, and it's been really awesome overall.
Yes, I totally agree. So, actually, I wanted to say how you said interview. So, I have also always been so nervous about interview,
Yes.
but I don't know, now I kind of love it because I just get to talk to the judges. I mean, I still struggle with it a little bit and I still need to improve my interviewing skills, but I mean, or I guess more my interview style because I've been doing interviews since I was like 8 because I started with
Ooh.
yeah,
Really? Oh my God, I love that.
yeah, so I I started with NAM and I got all the interview personal
Yes.
introductions. Yeah. So and then I found USA National Miss and I love USA National Miss because it's a faith-based community and I can really um connect with the girls in a way because we all have very similar faith. We all are some
Yes.
sort of Christian and it's been so great to have girls who believe in the same things as I do that we can connect and we can grow our relationship with God in that aspect. So, but at USA National Miss, instead of having personal introduction, we have fun fashion. So
Ooh.
yes, fun fashion. I love fun fashion, but we still have the interview and then the evening gown. But yeah, so I started doing interviews with National American Miss, and I definitely grew a lot with interviewing.
That's
And
awesome. It's such a
yeah,
great opportunity, whether you're like young or you're a little bit older. I feel like going in and being able to talk to a room of judges is a really great way to just grow your own confidence.
yes, I totally agree. And because when you're going to be applying for a job, you have to do an interview if you want to get that
Yes,
job.
I agree.
So, yeah,
Hmm.
so you can definitely get a lot of good skills out of it. So, I have been really liking interview lately, but my favorite always changes. So, yes, but overall, I really love the sisterhood as well. It's just so incredible and I mean, it's just like you get to meet a bunch of girls who are so similar to you and they become your best
Yes.
friends. Like,
I
what's
know some of the best friends that I have now are from pageants that I did when I was younger, and we still stay in touch. So I think it's just such a great way to meet new people.
yes, me too. I love that. So, if you could solve one world problem, what would it be and why?
Equal education. So this is something so my parents immigrated from Hong Kong to the United States when they were very young. They were like 10. And I keep on hearing these stories of how hard they've worked to give me the life that I have today, where I'm able to go to a really nice school. I have really nice education. I'm able to participate in clubs, extracurricular sports. And it's always been a privilege that I feel like is slightly overlooked. So recently, I've been working more with an organization called She's the First. They specialize in providing educational resources and funding education for girls in developing countries. You can check out their Instagram or
Yeah,
whatever, but they have a lot of information for that. that. And whether that's just donating money to them or raising awareness on the issue, I feel like it's something that I really want to work towards fixing, equal education, especially for girls and women, so that they can have access to the same opportunities that everyone else is getting.
Oh, I love that. That's so empowering. I'm going to look into that after this interview is over. What'd you say it was called?
It's called She's the First.
Thank you. Yes, I'm going to do it after this. That's incredible. And actually, you're the first person that I've interviewed to say that. So,
Really?
uh,
Changing it up.
yeah. Or to say, I mean, people have like general ideas, but you really narrowed it down, and that's like pretty incredible. So,
Thank you.
my next question is, ooh, what have you done with your title?
Ooh, I would say the most important things that I've done with my title is regarding my platform initiative, Sisters in Service. It's been a really great way to just use this as a platform, as an extra megaphone where I can put my voice on speaker, basically, and spread the message that our organization talks about. A lot of that being empowering a sisterhood, just the importance of giving back to your community and how fun it can actually be. So I would say getting into different activities, like I mentioned before, reading to kindergartners, the homecoming dress drive. We've also done things like collecting food and donating to the Ronald McDonald's House. Just a bunch of different activities where I've been able to give back to community that has given so much to me was really heartwarming and touching. And I feel like it's one of the most important things that I've done with my title.
I love that. That's incredible. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, especially at our age,
Mhm.
a lot of people don't like to do community service. They don't enjoy volunteering. So I just love that what you're doing with your platform to show that giving back can be fun, you know?
I love that. And I think it's really important, especially because we're both in high school. Everyone
Mhm.
thinks community service is just for college to put on your resume. But I think if you really find something that sticks to you, it's fun for you, and it becomes something you're passionate about, it can be really fun for you in the long run, not just for college.
Yes, I agree. And I know that for me, I mean, yes, like I want to go to a good college, get a good education, and and like community service and volunteering can help with that, but it's something that I'm truly passionate about, and that's why I do it. I don't just do it to win pageants. I don't just do it to get into a good college. I do it because I'm passionate about it and I care about giving back and helping others. And one thing that I really, really, really want to do when I graduate high school is so I'm in P-Tech, so I will be getting my associate's degree for free during high
Wow.
school. Yes,
That's
so
crazy. Oh my
I
God.
know, I know, I'm so excited about it. But so I start college
Yes.
this upcoming year, so my junior year. Yes.
Wow. That is crazy because I'm a junior right now and it's not clicking. Good for you, though. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yes, it's definitely going to be hard, but when I graduate, I'm going for mechanical engineering,
Hmm.
and when I graduate high school with my associate's degree, I'm going to take a break and I really want to travel and volunteer. So I know that there are places where you can go to Africa and volunteer, you can go to Italy. I really want to go to Italy because I'm Italian.
Hmm.
So it kind of resonates with me, and I that's what I really want to do is I want to spend like a couple months in another place volunteering.
First of all, that is incredible that you are starting college next year.
So
And
nervous. But
I actually went to Italy this summer. It's beautiful. And if you get the opportunity to travel there, I totally would.
yes, I definitely will. I know. So me and my mom and my brother were trying to plan an Italy trip because we haven't been to Italy. My ancestors are the ones who traveled here, but we haven't gotten to see Italy, and that's like a huge dream of mine is to see Italy like where I'm
Yes.
from. And yes, so we're going to be doing that. I think in 2026. So next
Oh
year.
my God.
Yes, so I'm
Just
very
have
excited.
lots of fun. Enjoy the views, the food. The food's so
I,
good. Oh
I definitely
my God.
will. Yeah, I know. I love Italian food. My next question for you is, what is your best tip for someone in pageantry?
I feel like this is so, like, everyone says it, but just be yourself. This is something I learned going through pageantry, that it's really important to just really embrace what makes you stand out. For me, that was my culture and my background, my upbringing. So really being able to learn to love that about myself, it gave me new things to talk about in an interview and personal introduction, especially on stage question too. So I think once you really figure out who you are and learn to love all of that, every part of pageantry becomes so much easier.
Yes, I love that. And I know that that's such like everyone says that, but I definitely agree. That's definitely
Yes.
one of the best tips is just embrace yourself and be who you truly are on the inside. Actually, I have another question. So you did amazing at nationals. I was watching, I saw you
Thank
did incredible.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
of course. So in July, I am going to nationals. This will be my first national pageant.
Ooh, okay.
I'm so excited. And one of the things that if I make the top five, I will have to do on stage question. So I am very nervous about on stage question. But do you have any tips for how to just do your best during on stage question? Or really any form of.
So, NAM was actually, this is my first time doing NAM. It was my first national pageant too. So it was definitely a new experience. I understand how overwhelming it can be, especially on stage question where you're in front of a lot of people. But I guess the main thing that helped me was repetitive practice. So whether that was having my mom ask me questions and timing it to make sure it fit that timer and didn't get buzzed, or whether that was talking to my coach and having her help me practice with it, just being able to go over it multiple times helped me grow my confidence with that. And it just made me feel more comfortable talking to a microphone. I mean, I've grown up on stage, I've done competitive dance, I'm a cheerleader now. So speaking to big crowds or just being in front of them has never been that big of an issue for me. But if that is for you, maybe invite your family over and practice on stage questions in front of them.
Okay, I love that. Thank you. Yes, for me, it's really just, so I've also done dance for 13
Ooh,
years.
I love that.
Yes. So I can dance in front of a crowd. I can talk in front of crowds, but it's just the fact that I don't know what they're going to ask me.
Mm.
That's what trips me up, you know?
I get it. Maybe check out. I know a lot of pageants that have in their national guidebook kind of like a general outline of the questions they're going to ask. So I know for UNM, they talk about the pillars. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I would really just look into that, learn your system, and learn about things that you have that make you stand out from the other girls so that you can talk about it on stage and to the judges.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm definitely going to do that. So this is my first year competing with UNM, and I've definitely learned a lot about the system, and so I know generally a lot of the things that I want to say. It's just the fact of I don't know what they're gonna ask me, you know. But
You got it.
I just gotta
You got
thank
it.
thank you. And I think I only have one more
Oh,
question.
okay.
So, what is your best tip for someone who is facing mental struggles?
For me, recently I've been going to the gym a lot, but I think in general it would just to be find something that floats your boat and taking the time to step back from whatever's stressing you out and doing that activity. Like I mentioned before, for me that was going to the gym, but whether that's doing your skincare, baking something, spending time with friends, just something that makes you feel loved and is different from what's stressing you out. I think taking the time away from that to do something that you enjoy is really going to help with whatever mental health you're struggling with.
Oh, I love that. Yes, so I've also been going to the gym a lot lately, and I know that that helps me a lot. So I definitely always recommend that to people, like find something that you truly love to do. And
Yes.
I usually recommend exercise because exercise can help a lot with your mental health. So physical and mental health definitely are intertwined. That's actually something I talk about with my platform is that so I have I guess pillars like the
Yes.
for my platform as well. So there's mental health, physical, and spiritual. So mental health and physical health, if you're struggling mentally, you're probably going to struggle physically. And if you're struggling physically, you're probably going to struggle mentally. So those are definitely intertwined. And just with your spiritual health, I guess, just relying on so I'm a very religious person. So I know for me, just I definitely when I'm struggling, I spend time with God and leaning onto my spiritual side of things. So they're all definitely intertwined, and that's definitely just making sure that you're taking care of your body can also help with your mind.
I really love that and the work you've been doing with your platform. I know you told me a little bit about it before when we were DMing, but just being able to have a place where you can talk about mental health, especially for girls our age, I feel like is super important. So I love what you've been doing with that.
Thank you so much. Yes, and it's definitely been hard for me because well, I have POTS. So I that's one of the main things why I wanted to add the physical side to my platform, and I also have various mental health disorders, and so being able to share what I've gone through with other people helps me a lot, and I know that it helps other people so that they know that they're not alone in what they're going through.
That's really powerful. Keep doing what you're doing. It's really
Thank
amazing.
you. And yes, you definitely keep doing what you're doing as well. You're so inspiring and empowering, and I've seen like your platform and some of the things that you've done, and I just love it. So keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate
Of
it.
course. So the last thing I have for today is a quote. So in the hustle of work, don't forget to prioritize your mental health. This quote is unknown, but this is something that I definitely struggle with. I really like to stay busy
Yes.
because I I have I have chronic fatigue as well, so I get very, very tired. So I like to stay busy and distract myself from the tiredness so I don't sleep away like the whole day, you
Yes.
know? So, but just making sure that when you're busy and just going to make sure that you take care of your mental health and your physical health as well is definitely for sure. But taking time for rest as well is definitely super important.
I agree, especially balancing high school. It's a lot of work. And with sports, cheer, I have, and I'm sure you do a bunch of different things on the
Yeah.
side. So just taking the time to breathe throughout the day is just really important. So I love that quote.
Yes, I agree. Thank you. Well, do you have any questions for me?
Ooh, let me see. So, like I mentioned before, you have an amazing and powerful platform. What is one of your favorite activities that you've done involving Inner Sunshine?
Ooh, okay. So I would say my favorite thing that I have done besides my podcast, I truly love my podcast,
Yes.
but I wrote a book called Embrace Your Inner Sunshine, a hands-on approach to personal development. I actually have it right here so I can show you
I would love to see
it.
that. Oh my God.
So here's my book.
I love that. And you wrote this by
I
yourself?
did.
That is amazing.
So I wrote it and I self-published. It's a 31-day activity book. So
Hey,
there's
girl
different
boss.
activities and quotes after each day, and then an extra 2 weeks of journaling at the end. So that's definitely my favorite thing that I've done because I utilize the activities that have helped me mentally and physically, and I put them into this book, and I worked really hard on it. So just seeing it on paper and like in my hands is so incredible and amazing, and I'm just so excited about it.
I love that. It's really inspiring.
Thank you so much. Well, does anyone watching have any questions? We'll just wait and see if they do. My nose has been itchy this whole time. So, how was nationals? Like, what was your favorite part of nationals?
Nationals was such an incredible experience. It was my first national pageant, so just being in this a incredibly huge hotel. First of all, it was such, there's so many ballrooms. I remember the first time that I walked from our room to the ballrooms, we were out of breath after. It was a really long walk, but I think my favorite part of nationals would have to have been meeting all my sister queens in person. We were talking over Instagram and Snapchat before, but just meeting everyone through our themed rehearsals or just going out through the hotel together. It was so much fun. And now these girls are my best friends and I still talk to them now. So that was one of my favorite parts of nationals.
Yeah, that's so fun. Oh, I love that. I know. So I'm definitely so excited for nationals because I know that we're staying at a resort and it's gonna be
Ooh.
so like pretty, and I'm so excited. And I'm also very excited to obviously see my sister queens because
Yes.
I've talked to some of them, but I haven't met them in person, so that's what I'm like mostly looking forward to. And then obviously competing and seeing the resort and just everything about it. I'm just so excited.
Are you in Florida too?
Yes. Yeah, we're going to stay in Orlando, Florida.
Enjoy the sun.
Yeah,
Get a tan if you can.
I definitely will try to. I know one of the days. Well, so at UNM we have an activity day, so
Yes.
we can pick any activity that we want to do, like out of the list, and we get to do them with our sister queens. So I'm so excited for that. I think that's definitely what I'm like most excited for out of all the things. And I want to do paddle boarding. So
Ooh.
I tried it before, so I'm really excited.
I have actually gone paddleboarding before in Hawaii. It is, it's a little scary. I always do it sitting down. I haven't stood up yet, but have so much fun at nationals. It truly is an amazing experience. Any nationals that you're going to, have fun in Florida, enjoy the sun, and I'm sure you're gonna do amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. So, in the comments, nice job, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
There are no questions, but I'm so proud of you both. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. And Brianna, you are so inspiring and very well spoken.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, I definitely agree. You are very well spoken.
Thank
That's
you.
like very like not a lot of people are. Some people get very nervous for interviews, but you just seem so confident. And even if you aren't, you definitely look confident.
I appreciate that. One of my goals is to get into business and marketing, so I think it's really important that I learn my speaking skills now. So,
Yes, and I'm sorry if you hear my dogs barking in the
oh my
background.
God, you're totally fine.
But you do DECA, right?
Yes, I do. I got into it this year. We competed at regionals last month, and we actually made it to states,
That's
which we're gonna go do
so
March.
exciting. Yes,
It's
I do DECA as well. So yeah, wait, where's your regional competition?
it was in a high school, like 15-ish minutes from me. I
Oh,
think it was Union Avenue.
oh,
I maybe I'm totally wrong about that.
yes. So, well, I'm from like near Syracuse, and
Yes.
ours was at Lemoyne College.
Okay.
Um, and I love DECA because, it's like it's really great to just like learn these skills, and then we also have to do the workshops, and
Mhm.
so I love DECA, and I think that'll help you a lot.
Yes, I agree. I feel like DECA and pantry kind of go hand in hand with the interview aspect just because
Yeah.
you're able to practice your public speaking. So I took the opportunity in DECA to practice my
Yeah.
interview.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, I definitely thought so too. That's another big thing. So I went to States last year. I'm not
Yes.
going to States this year, but I went to States last year and I had a really great time. I loved it. So I'm sure you are going to love it. So
Thank
I think
you.
it was so much fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you definitely should be. Well, I think that is all. It is so nice to meet you. Thank you for joining me today.
It was awesome to meet you, Danielle, and thank you for having me on your podcast.
Yes, and we're definitely gonna have to keep in touch.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next episode.